What's up, you guys? Out of all the stuff I own in my hunting arsenal, fishing arsenal, anything, this has to be has the most cool factor to it. And that's the Ballista Bat reverse draw. Man, this thing has been nothing but a blast to shoot the past week. I actually reached out to Ballista and asked if they'd send this, and they were very responsive. Within a couple hours, said, yeah, just let us know the setup you want, we'll send it to you. Now this video, I'm gonna try not to keep it too long, but we're gonna kind of just go over some stuff that a lot of people ask, or when I even watch a video, I'm like, you know, what about this, or this? So we're gonna kind of do that, and basically we're gonna kind of just go over, we're gonna go over the limbs, draw weight, how to cock, how to decock, shoot it through the chrono, and you know, do some field test, you know, shoot it at the bag, and just and show you how accurate it is. And we'll even kind of go over, you know, the cocking mechanism and how that kind of works. We won't be getting too into it with detail with everything, but kind of give you the rundown. Like I said, I asked them to send this because I was interested in it. So I already went into this thing thinking it was going to be cool and just hoping it was really truly going to be cool, no flaws, no nothing, and it hadn't let me down. I've got about close to 100 shots on this thing, which isn't a ton, but it's a lot of shots on this thing. Before you know it, you've already shot 10, 15 shots because of how easy it is to cock the thing. Literally, you just pull it back. Look at that. And you know, there it is. That's my hand. That's covered. That's how small this thing is. And you know, powerful, this thing's got more power than I would have imagined. So anyway, I'm gonna quit yapping. We're gonna get to the video and I kind of go through all this stuff. All right, you guys, remember, if you like our content, make sure you give us that thumbs up, subscribe, share our content, make sure you click that little notification bell. You'll never miss any of our new uploads. You guys, so if you follow us, you know I'm not big on unboxing, so we're not gonna do an unboxing, but I will tell you, the box is pretty damn nice. I should have brought it with me, but I already threw it away. Real nice box. Got some money into that box. This is a pistol crossbow, okay? If you order this just standard crossbow, you're not gonna get this buttstock. Okay, we'll go over that in a second. It'll be cut off from right here, back. So you'll be right behind this pistol grip, back. It will not come with this rail. It actually comes with this handle right here that screws on the bottom. You know, you see, if you've seen the videos, you see a lot of guys. I absolutely hate this handle. I'm sorry, Ballista. I told you I'd be honest. This is the only thing on this crossbow that I do not, it's ugly. I don't know, something about it. You know, the bad part about it is it doesn't fold all the way out of the way. You know what I mean? So it's never, but I'm gonna keep it. You never know. Now again, I didn't know they were gonna send me an optic, so I went out and bought a little Firefield, a little cheap $40 red dot. They actually sent an optic with it. I didn't know that. Thank you, Ballista. I'm gonna keep this. This is a nice little red dot. You don't need an expensive red dot for this thing. This is not a far shooting crossbow, I will tell you that. We'll go over that here in a little bit, but you're looking, you know, comfort zone 20 yards, maybe 25 yards. There's been a claim, I shouldn't say claim. I've seen it on their video that somebody sent in, they killed a deer at 32 yards. Man, you know, I don't want to sit here and make the video too long. I'm not going to sit here. I'll go ahead and tell you right now the cons, as God's honest truth, I don't see any cons with it. I don't know what you could really improve because I mean, everything works just like it's supposed to. I mean, everything works good, in my opinion. Again, it's not claiming to be a 50-yard killer. 20, 25 yards, 20 yards and under is what I'm looking for. Like I said, we are gonna take this hunting. We're gonna do some follow-up videos for sure. But that's what I would think it would be. Now this thing, again, I did show you how it was cocked, how big it was. Even uncocked, you can see it's, you know, almost hand to hand. We're gonna measure this here in a second. I don't care what axle to axle width is. I wanna know what actual true width, the overall width, right? You can, if it wasn't for this buttstock right here, this thing would fit in a backpack, no problem. It can still fit in a backpack if you just fold it all the way down and you have one of them taller backpacks, survival backpacks, or even a duffel bag or something, no problem. But this thing right here is so light, it's not gonna weigh you down. This little buttstock has an attachment for a QD mount. I mean, it has a QD, you know, we could put a little QD in there, straps. I mean, there are a few different options. There are what they call the triangle stock. There's an L stock. There's just a pistol grip. I don't know if they have that little skeletonized swing away buttstock they used to have that I seen on there. That didn't look too comfortable to me, and it wasn't adjustable. So I don't know how well that would be. But you know, I also asked for this little rail on the bottom. Now without that rail, all you have is the handle. But with the rail, you can put your attachments on here. That way you can put, like I got my bipod on here, I can set it in my bog pod. I can still use it just like the handle was. I can still grab it like this if I want to, because it weighs nothing. You know, fingers still way away from the string. So I like it, man. Like I said, I'm going to get the camera. We'll zoom in, kind of show you everything about it. We'll shoot it through the chrono. Make some measurements real quick. Even tell you, try not to shoot too many light arrows through this thing. It is a dry fire, which I don't understand why they'd send them anyway if they know that. But the ballistic sting, that's gonna be your hunting bolts. I keep saying arrows, I'm sorry, your bolts. So I will tell you, these bolts right here, I did weigh them. They're all 147 across the board. They sent me a dozen of them. 147 grain without the 100 grain insert, so 247 width. Now, this is just a standard broadhead. That's one of my tooth of the arrow they sent me. We did a review on, if you remember that. Fits right in there. This bolt is customizable if you want to get some bigger inserts. I think they have 120 and 125 grain inserts. Right here, insert, outsert, whatever you want to call it. Just simply heat up, glue, pull it out, put the new one in. You know how to do it. Now, these bolts are 2 fletch. Okay, they're not a 3 like your standard crossbows, not a 4. They are a 2 fletch. So it will tend to, as you shoot, it kind of fishtail a little bit. It doesn't have that stabilization like a 3 fletch, 4 fletch, or mainly your 3 fletch on your crossbows. So just know that if you shoot it, you see it kind of fishtail a little bit. It's what I call fishtail. It still hits hard and it still hits true, but just know that. So, you know, I say that because if you have a crossbow and you're always used to putting that 1 fletch down, it rides in the middle of that rail. This doesn't do that. They lay flat on top with your knock perfect end of the string, okay? It lays right in that rail. And we'll zoom in and show you all that again too. But anyway, let me get the camera. Let's zoom in on this. Let's shoot to the chrono, do some measurements, shoot it at the bag, and we'll end this video. All right, real quick, you guys, you're probably gonna hear me breathing heavy in the video. I apologize about that. I had that microphone right there on my throat, and I ain't been feeling real well, so breathing kind of heavy. Sorry about that. Come in here. Thing is real, like I said, it's all aluminum and the polymer. It's pretty high quality stuff, man. Like I said, I've got 100 arrows into this thing, and I check it about every 5-6 shots to make sure nothing's rattling loose or anything like that. And you know, it's been doing real good. Now here is the rail system that I told you about. Let me grab this arrow right here. So it'll just sit on top, just like that, and it'll ride in between. Okay, it'll go up on here, and you get a little spring right there, and you're good to go. So and it hangs out just perfect on the end. Now, your limbs. These are stickers right here, guys. I don't know what these stickers are for, if they just put them on there for looks. They're nice and smooth when it's decocked, but when you cock it, they kind of scrunch up just because it's a sticker changing shape. Hunter shots and strings have not done anything. It's all about maintenance as well. Again, the buttstock. Now here's your cocking device. Now look right here when I pull that thing. You see these 2 little arms right here? They're aluminum, okay? If you look right here, this string material actually looks like a thick, real thick braided fishing line. I have 80-pound braided fishing line, and it's not even that thick. So I can guarantee you that's pretty thick. Buttstock, I just did a little advancing on mine just so I could have a cheek rest to look straight down that scope versus putting my chin on there. That's just something I did. I had left over from another rifle. Little rail on the bottom allows you to customize it a little bit more. You see underneath, the string stops, they're nice and solid. You know, again, they're not worn down. They're not starting to dig into that rubber, cheap rubber. Again, I bought this little sight right here. Your pistol grip, there's 1 screw right there, 1 screw on the bottom, and 1 just on the other side of this one. And that whole piece comes off together, and you can put a pistol grip or whatever you want to on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my camera back in the stand and we'll measure what it actually is. Widest point outside to outside, cocked and decocked. I don't care about actual, like I told you guys. I wanna know what it truly is with, so let's check that out. All right, so what we have here, the widest point, so from outside to outside, about 11 3/4 inches uncocked. Let's go ahead and cock this thing right here. The widest point is actually going to be the outside of these cams. Oh, yeah, that's little. That's about 7 3/4 inches. So from 11 3/4 to about 7 3/4. That's pretty small. Again, that's, my hand fits over that. Okay, that's little. That's compact. That's awesome. All right, now let me grab the bag, put it in front of the chrono, and we'll take a few shots. The practice arrow. Holding it right about 2 feet off. 297. Not bad. Now we're gonna go with the hunting bolt. Hold the same distance. So from 297 to 248. So that's still packing a little punch right there with 247 grains. So we're here in the barn. I didn't put the scale out there. We're gonna go ahead, we're zeroed out right now. We're just gonna hang it right on the hook. Let's see how much the thing weighs, just the way I got it sitting right here. 5.2 pounds, 5.2 pounds. Now, let's see how much weight it actually takes to cock this thing. So we'll just put it in here and kind of roll that to y'all so y'all can see that. Coming down, 39, 44, 45. Okay, now it's getting softer. So 45, we'll try that again. Yep, 45 pounds is the most weight it took to cock this thing. So that's awesome. So now we know it weighs 5.2 pounds just the way it sits, and 45 pounds to cock this thing. All right, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and fire 3 shots. I'm gonna swing there and zoom in. See, there is no bolts in that bag. Let me put this in the rack right here. We'll do this all real time for you. I've had people say, how do we know you're not putting the bolts in there? I've had some videos where accuracy was really good and people were questioning me. One thing I'm not gonna do to you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I have no reason to lie. I gained nothing out of it, okay? So anyway, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna shoot live. Now these ballista bolts, again, these sting bolts, very well uniformed. I mean, they're not, you know, your fletchings aren't off, all the lettering exactly up on top, or you can put it on the bottom, but they're all real nice and uniform. Again, it's 2 fletch, so it rides just on top of the rail. Now, the way I load it, I always keep my fingers on top and I slide. I'm not gonna tell you how to load your crossbow, but guys, please, I've seen too many people put their hands in front of that bolt. This thing accidentally fires for some reason. Not gonna be good. So anyway, let's go 3 arrows. Hopefully the wind won't mess with us too much. There's 1. Two. Now this is just 20 yards. Oh man, I pulled that one. I want to do one more. See if I can redeem myself. I pulled that one. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm going to cut my red dot off. grab you. Let's see what we got. Come on. All right, let's go see what we got. From there it looked good. I can't see. Yeah. So the one that, yeah. So these three, this was the, anyway, this was the one that I jerked a little bit and then shot too low. Other than that, them three are touching right there. Oh, yeah, I think this thing is fairly accurate even in a good crosswind, side wind. All right, y'all, so I'm not gonna keep this video going on too much longer, but I did wanna show you something that I forgot to show you a while ago. This is your standard crossbow. This is the Killer Instinct 405. It's your standard, you know, modern crossbow. This is the Mini. Don't know if we can really see how much difference. I mean, this goes on top of it. I mean, this thing is just, like I said, the cool factor overtakes everything. It's accurate, it's powerful. You saw the shooting speeds, plenty of speed to kill animal. Again, if you're gonna shoot, if you're gonna hunt, actually if you're gonna be shooting this thing period a lot, don't use the practice arrows. They're kind of fun, I guess, to mess around with for a little bit. You shoot them too much, it's basically a dry fire. Again, I don't know why Ballista sends those. If they, you know, claim to be a dry fire, just send some heavier bolts, you know what I mean? But definitely want to get the sting. Again, they are, you can customize them. You can put new inserts in if you want to, and you can even put lighted nocks. I don't have the size of the nocks. I'll find it and put it up here on the screen. But guys, I'm sure there might have been some things I missed. If I did, I apologize. Hit me up in the comment section, man. Ask me some questions. If I can't give you the answer, I will find somebody who will. I will point you in the right direction. I'll do what I can. Like I said, it's the coolest thing I've got in my hunting arsenal. Actually, in all of my outdoor arsenal. This thing is just too cool. I mean, to pick something up like this small, you know, that your hand can cover. I'll get that turned around. And this thing will still bring your deer down. I mean, what more can you ask for? You get comfortable enough. If you don't need this stock, you can just use the pistol and, you know, the little grip they give you up here and good to go. But I like the butt stock. Again, go to their website. Go check out Ballista on their website. And they got a bunch of different options on what it can come with. They've also got a forward draw. I like the reverse just because it has more kick. Again, I'm working on them with the Mega Bat. I want to do that next. Also working on them within the, this comes with a bow fishing attachments. Now, I think this is too much for bow fishing. I think it's too powerful. I think this thing right here, get the forward draw. It only has 130-pound limbs where these are 150. It won't shoot as much. These right here, it'll blow right through the fish pretty easy, and you don't want to damage your arrows because that stuff can get pretty expensive. But again, go check out Ballista on their website. They got all that stuff. Again, guys, I hope you liked the video. You have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think of it, whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it, whatever. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, share our content, man, and click that little notification bell. And I'm trying to put out as many uploads as I can. I've got my work to do. Okay, I've got Ballista, I've got Sightmark sent me the Sightmark Mini. That's gonna be another review. I've got some other companies sending me some stuff. I appreciate every company that does that. So again, guys, hope you liked the video. I'm gonna let you guys get out here every chance you get, wet a line, let an arrow fly, put some rounds down range. We'll see y'all next time.